Also, want to bring you up to speed as much as we can with the latest on TikTok. And I say as much as we can because this is a fast-moving situation. The U.S., through Wilbur Ross, this morning said that it's going to ban downloads of TikTok and the use of WeChat after Sunday night. A full ban for TikTok might come by November 12th, according to Ross. TikTok users are blocked from maintenance and upgrades, existing users, that is, after Sunday. So a lot of moving parts here as we still wait to see if the Oracle partnership with TikTok is going to get approval. There have been reports, of course, about how much ownership Oracle might take of ByteDance, the parent company, or of TikTok, what involvement Walmart is going to have. So a lot of confusion still about all of this. I want to bring in Howard Yu to talk about this. He is IMD Business School Lego Professor of Management and Innovation. He's joining us from Switzerland. Howard, we have talked many times about this. We keep waiting for clarity. There doesn't seem to be any. What do you think of this as it has evolved? And also just the intricate U.S. involvement in every step of this.
Right, Julie, I remember last time we spoke, it was like we already said too many executive orders, and now it's almost a big government is micromanaging the situation. And who knows what's going to unfold in the next 48 hours. TikTok and WeChat may file a court order trying to stop the rollout of the executive order at this point. But I think one key themes emerge consistently is there is the lack of security experts' opinion weighing in. There's no really IT specialists trying to say, are we doing enough? Are we not doing enough? When Oracle is becoming this tech partner, which have the right to grant unlimited audit on the source code of TikTok, is that safe enough? So all of these makes me feel extraordinarily uncomfortable because we are relying on executive order, which is pretty much ad hoc, and there is not really a clear process on ensuring transparency, whatever decision may unfold eventually.
Howard, I kind of want to ask, and we're just seeing here breaking news that the Trump administration has filed a statement saying that WeChat plaintiffs could not have a claim to block the executive order. I guess that really is the question here. Will they have a claim to that? Be able to say, you cannot block us. We haven't been given due process. And I guess, in the grand scheme of things between WeChat and TikTok, right? In the US, at least, TikTok is the larger entity, whereas globally WeChat is. So is the US using WeChat as kind of almost a litmus test to show TikTok the kind of damage that they can do? And is that why WeChat is being banned before TikTok?
If you think about the impact between WeChat or TikTok towards American user, for sure, WeChat doesn't have a big population of user in the United States. Most of the users are back in China. So the effect would potentially be only confined within, the sort of Chinese diaspora, if you will, that who have relatives and family and loved one back in China. They are the one who are being affected. But population-wise, definitely this is way smaller than TikTok. But I think fundamentally what it sends is a very strong signal to the business community, because business only thrive when there is predictability and transparency and we know what's the rules of the game. What we are seeing is this massive shift of rules of the game, what should be acceptable, what is not, in the name of national security without an open hearing. So here in Switzerland, when I was talking to executives, they all voiced this concern. They are pulling back investment because they don't even know whether they could use WeChat, for instance, to do advertisement in China going forward. So all these uncertainties, in fact, coming in a very bad timing when growth is very important for now.
Howard, that's a great point, but stepping back and looking at the broader picture, this whole security issue from the standpoint of the United States, what's to keep China from backtracking, say, on the issues where we pushed them on the fact that they required Chinese partners with U.S. businesses that were doing business in China? I mean, the ramifications of this send us back decades, perhaps, doesn't it?
Totally. I mean, we are talking about the unwinding of globalization in its complete form. And notice this is no longer about trade. This is about something deep in the technological aspect. Now we're entering the world of three tripolar world, if you will. Whether it's data security, privacy, you have the European system here, which looks quite different than the United States, and the Chinese system is very different too. And all of these three big blocks essentially have similar GDP going forward. And so rolling back of what we have in terms of international collaboration is really having an implication where the technology, the kind of trajectory we enjoy over the last 10 years will come to a halt. So that is the biggest worry for everyone.
Now, with the Trump administration banning downloads, or at least trying to stop them on Sunday, of TikTok here in the US, who do you expect is going to be the big winner? Does that mean that Facebook is going to win? Because they came out with their copycat TikTok already, so they're already poised to capitalize.
I mean, in the short run, you can ensure like Instagram or their copycat version is going to be having this short-term win, particularly around advertising dollar, right? Because if you advertise like Coca-Cola or Pepsi Coke or Starbucks, the moment you think it's like, okay, I'm not quite sure how TikTok is going to fare, I'm going to shift, at least in the short run, to other platforms using a hedging and wait and see approach. But look, fundamentally, over the long run, whatever the outcome is all about user experience. If Oracle and Walmart win in these circumstances, and they can continue to allow TikTok to have certain way of operating in that scenario, then it's still a promising platform. But if we really come to an abrupt end, then all the international companies around the world would start to feel the chill, because whatever platform you use in Europe would look very different than the US, as well as China. So that is really concerning for all of us.
Howard, TikTok has asked for help from Facebook and Instagram, right? The interim head of the company, Vanessa Pappas, tweeted, "We invite Facebook and Instagram to publicly join our challenge and support our litigation." From what you're saying, it sounds like it would be potentially in their interest to do so. However, maybe they don't want to run afoul of this administration. Do you think it's likely they would join in this?
This is where the dilemma really comes along, because in the end, what makes Silicon Valley so vibrant is we don't like government intervention. We like sort of rules of the game be very transparent and upfront. And now there is some kind of impetus. We don't want the government just not having, it's not about congressional hearing now. This is really around one decision by an administration and on an ad hoc basis. But you're right. I mean, the moment you align with TikTok, particularly under the certain climate, you may not be seen as American enough. So time will tell whether they would join side. But I think even if you're Microsoft, whether you are Google, seeing your rival being hammered down, not because of market situation, but because getting squeezed in geopolitics, that sends a chill to the boardroom all the way among the software programmers.
Well said, Howard. Thank you very much. Howard Yu, IMD Business School Lego Professor of Management and Innovation. Always good to get your take on these issues. Appreciate it.